Hello.
Hey Isaac.
Hey Francis, how are you?
I'm good. I was just wondering, is there anything you'd particularly like me to include in the bake I'm going to create for you?
I love a custard cream. I love chocolate. Anything you can dip in a cup of tea, actually.
Okay, leave that with me and I will come up with something for us to bake together.
Hey, can't wait. See you soon.
You cut me down, cut me down. You caught me when I...
Hey, how are you?
Good to
Come
see
in, so
you.
nice to see you. How are you doing?
Not too bad.
Come in,
I'm
come
loving
in.
the jumper.
Thank you.
So we're going to be making a cookie
Oh, yes.
and a
Love
custard
it.
cream
Cool.
cookie because Isaac said his favourite biscuit was the custard cream.
It is my favourite biscuit.
And it is a pretty easy bake if you've never baked before.
Phew,
So,
good.
and they're like NYC size cookies, so it's like a cookie
nice,
come
cool.
rock cake size. Have you baked at all?
No, never.
Amazing.
So I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm so excited and I'm in good hands.
You are in good
obviously.
hands,
I'm
and
very
everyone's
good
going to
hands.
see how
Yeah.
simple it is to do. So yeah, once you let me know it was custard creams, so I was just having a little bit of a doodle, and obviously your new single, Cut
Yeah.
Me Down, and we are actually going to be cutting down the custard creams to go in
There
said
we go.
cookie. And even because I was looking at your, you know, like the swirly patterns on the
Oh,
old custard
yeah.
cream, and it was in the
Little bit of a
music
swirl.
video. So
Yeah, absolutely.
that'll be going in there. So it's like a custard cream cookie. We're going to actually be putting custard powder in there, chunks of white chocolate. It's going to be a definite tea dunker of a biscuit. To make a cookie, it's a little bit like making a cake initially. So we're going to cream the butter and the sugar.
Yep.
So you can be on the measuring out
Okay.
duties. So we've just got a set of digital scales.
Yep.
You want 125, but
125 grams. Let's
only
try that
25.
first.
And it should be slightly softened because we're going to be creaming it up. This is the most
Dirty already.
technical bit, to be honest.
125. There we go.
There we go, brilliant. So
Perfect.
then if you just put that into the bowl,
Okie dokie.
and then we want 75 grams of caster sugar and 75 grams of granulated sugar.
Cool. 75
There we
grams.
go. Brilliant.
There we go.
Yeah.
So-
And then exactly the same,
that in there.
put that one in there, and then exactly the same in
Okay.
caster sugar. And if you had like golden caster sugar or soft brown sugar, you could use that as well. This is just going to make the cookies slightly more beige and golden coloured. And then
Lovely.
that goes in there. Fantastic. And then all we're going to do is take that over to the mixer and just beat that up until really light and creamy. So while that's beating over there, we're putting custard powder in, like we did with the sugar, 75 grams
75.
going in the
That's
bowl.
crazy.
You a custard fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I like banana and custard actually.
Banana and custard's good. Custard with an apple crumble
Yeah.
and hot custard and ice cream is actually quite a
Ooh,
good
is
combo.
it?
We've just got a large egg going in
egg
there,
in there.
and that's gonna bind everything together
Try
with
not
the
to get
butter
a
and the
shell in.
sugar.
There we
Nicely
go.
done. We're just gonna take that over to the mixer and mix the egg and the custard powder in. Look how custardy it's got.
Oh my god, it looks so good.
That's like the egg and the custard powder that's made it that sort of bright yellow colour. So now we're just going to add the dry ingredients to turn it into a dough. Just pour the whole lot in there.
We go.
Voila. And then I'm just going to start folding it in and then I'll pass it over to you. In regards to like first memories of music,
Well, my parents had a jukebox in the dining room, so it was a lot of 70s soul records like Earth, Wind and Fire and Stevie Wonder and real classic soul stuff. The first song I remember hearing was on every Sunday my dad used to play the jukebox, and there was a song called Music to Watch Girls Go By, Andy Williams. Yeah, exactly. That's the first song I remember hearing.
that is a good track.
It is a great song. It's nice. It makes me feel good. It reminds me of like hot Sunday mornings
Yeah.
with Dad in the garden.
Have you tried doing like a cover of that one?
No, I
sort of
haven't.
more? I
I
was just
should,
thinking,
though.
because the Bee Gees one, it is amazing how it completely changes.
Whether you're a brother or whether you're a mother, you're staying alive, staying alive.
Why that track?
I mean, it's a great song.
Yes.
It's a beautiful song. But I was just on the train home one day, and I was listening to it, and I thought, oh, I'd like to have a go at singing that, because when you really listen to it, the lyrics are beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's a really delicate story about living in New York and just surviving, and I'd never really listened to the lyrics before because I'm too busy dancing usually. So I just gave it a go, and people seem to really like it.
So did you just like find the lyrics on the train and then yourself sort of read them?
Yeah,
in context?
Exactly. And it was actually a completely empty carriage, so I sort of sang it out loud a little bit just to hear
Where
it.
were you going from? Anyone out there who potentially was like, I thought I heard that?
Yeah, probably. I think I was going from my hometown in Banbury to London. One of those many London trips until I moved here. And I think I was just excited about the music, and I was just feeling, inspired.
Now we just want to weigh out 125 grams of custard creams that are going to go in the cookie dough mixture.
Cool.
I think it's about 10. Are there any other covers that you're sort of would love to sort of like change the pace of? And
I've done a cover of Dancing in the Moonlight.
Yes, Top Loader.
But that is actually a cover. Not many people know that, but it wasn't the original. No, the original came out in the 70s, which I had no idea until I had to Google it. I like to take my time with covers. I like to really hear a song and think, actually, there's got to be a reason for me to want to do it, if you know what I mean. Like with Bee Gees, I like changing them up quite a lot.
Yeah.
But if you've got any suggestions, go ahead. Feel free.
I'll have a think. We're changing up a custard cream biscuit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we're changing all that.
So let's change up a lyric.
Right,
so
awesome.
then you can cut up the custard cream product.
Awesome.
I've just got 125 grams of white chocolate here that I am just going to chop up. We're going to be putting some piece of custard cream biscuit onto the cookie on the top.
Nice, right, so a few like that.
So we're going to make 8 cookies in total. Take 2 biscuits, cut it into like quarters, and then the rest just literally break up into sort of slightly smaller pieces. Is there anyone you would like to sort of do a duet or collaborate with?
Ooh, lots of people. I mean, there's a girl called Becca at the moment who I listen to. She's got some great feel-good songs, pop tunes, who I love.
Which
She's
track?
Awesome. There's a song called I'll Be There. I mean, all of them are really great, but there's a song called I'll Be There which I really, really love. Maisie Peters, I think, is great. Do you like Maisie Peters? Yeah, she's awesome.
She loves the Jaffa cake, does Maisie?
Does she?
Yeah.
I like Jaffa cake, actually.
I seem to just find out what people's favourite biscuits are.
Yeah, that's
random bit of information.
It is a good fact, though. It's a fun fact.
But still interesting. People are like, really?
What's your favourite biscuit?
Mine, I think, would just be a dark chocolate digestive.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
But then I like using biscuits, as you can see here, in bake. So it sort of depends what I'm wanting to use it for.
Yeah.
Just pop all that in the bowl.
Absolutely.
And we're going to fold that through the dough. Do you remember like the first gig you went to?
Yes, I think it was so random. I think it was JLS at the Royal Albert Hall, of all places. Yeah, I think it was some sort of charity concert or something. But yeah, I think Seal was there, but I loved JLS as a kid. And I did a talent show in primary school, and me and my mates did a dance to one of their songs.
Which one? Which is your favourite JLS?
Beat Again, it was Beat Again. And we copied the video, basically, and there's a green screen graffiti wall behind us. It is, my mum's got it, actually, and she always says, oh, I'm gonna leak that one day and get the video out because it's quite embarrassing. But yeah, it was a JLS concert.
So pretty much self-taught, or did you have like lessons?
No, I didn't do lessons. I mean, YouTube was great at the time, and I just sort of taught myself and played a lot by ear. But the more songs you play, the more you kind of realise, you know, pop songs, chords, they use the same, similar kind of chords, and you find the patterns, and so it's just. I also sold my Xbox and got a piano, so.
Well, didn't you like work in a piano?
shop? I do. Yeah, I still do a little bit.
Amazing.
Yeah. But I started off there as a Saturday boy. I was in a shopping centre, and there was a, you know, they do the sort of little stalls with pianos on, and shops do little pop-ups in the middle of shopping centres. There was one there, and I sort of went over and started playing the piano, and walked off, and we went into another shop, and the boss, my boss now, sort of ran after me, and he said, "Do you want a job?" And I was 14 at the time, and I just said, "Yeah, sure." Yeah. And I've worked there ever since. I mean, it's nice. It's, you know,
well, it's sort of like within what you love to do.
Yeah. Shall I put these in?
Yeah, amazing.
Correct.
Well, wasn't it? Didn't you have to ask your boss, because when you went on Chris's breakfast show that time?
Yes.
Was it just before Christmas? So you got rung up. Was it to sort of fill in for Rick Astley?
Yeah, it was Rick Astley had lost his voice.
We're no strangers to love.
They needed me to stand in, which was crazy. And I found out on the Thursday about 2-3 o'clock, and I was on the show the next day about 6. I mean, I had to be there at like 6 a.m. It's so early. I had to learn a whole new Christmas song as well because it was all Christmas themed.
I remember hearing you.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I
Oh,
remember
cool.
hearing you,
That's
and then
so
you were on
cool.
again, and
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
and
yeah.
Drop
Because
me a
did you
message.
do? Was it Santa Baby?
Yeah, I
The
did,
Christmas
yeah.
one.
Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me.
We're just mixing
Oh, wow.
in here. So like the chunks of chocolate and the custard cream biscuit, and then we're going to be forming them into cookie mounds itself. But say you said you like jammy Dodgers, so you could do the same thing, but you just chop up the same amount of jammy Dodgers.
Cool.
You could do a bourbon one.
Do any biscuit.
And you could add cocoa powder in instead of the custard powder. So yeah, I think it's just about having the confidence and not being intimidated by it and playing.
Yeah,
I think that's
totally.
the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And if things do go wrong, you learn from it. We're just gonna take this out of the bowl and we're gonna measure it into mounds, and then we're gonna start baking the cookies themselves. I could take
Looks
someone's
amazing.
face up.
Yeah, you could.
We're going to be making 8 cookies in total, and it's roughly about 125 grams.
Cool.
I mean, you don't have to do it absolutely precise, but it just helps that they then all bake at about the same time. So
Okay,
let's
rolling
just
that-
get
rolling that up.
See if that's 125 grams.
Okay, 125.
Perfect. You just sort of mould it into a bit of a bowl. So the thing is, these cookies, like I said, they're a bit sort of more beefcakey type cookie.
So they can be a bit thicker than...
Bit thicker than
Cool.
that. And then we've just got some of the offcuts of the custard cream.
That kind of thickness?
Beautiful.
Great.
And then just press that in to the top like that, and then just pop it on there. And we're actually going to be freezing these cookies. If you haven't got a lot of time, you can just put them in the fridge, but it just helps them sort of keep their shape when they're in the oven itself. So let's start
Yeah, let's do
the
it.
cookie production line.
Cool.
Do you know, Isaac, the UK #1 when you were born?
Oh, I've definitely
take a
seen
guess.
this. It's something quite cheesy, isn't it?
It was Westlife,
Right.
Swear It Again.
Amazing.
Do you remember the first single that you bought?
Do you know what? I think it was. You know those Pop Party CDs? Do you remember
Yeah.
Pop Party? It was probably one of those. Although I do vividly remember having a busted CD, but one of the little mini discs. They
Oh, the
used to do the
mini
little
discs.
tiny discs. I had one of those,
How
yeah.
long were they around for?
Not long enough.
So
Let's
pop
try
those
that.
on there. And the good thing about these as well is that because you put them in the freezer, whenever you just want one cookie, just bring it out the
Bring it
freezer,
out.
pop it in the oven, and 20 minutes later, you've got a freshly warmed cookie.
They smell
They do. It's
amazing.
just that
Just wanna eat
custardy
them.
smell, isn't it?
That one looks a bit flat, actually. Is that
Yeah,
okay?
if you give them a little
Give them a
bit,
bit of
because
a
it
zhuzh.
depends, like you can have them a bit flatter, it depends how you like your cookie, but
Yeah.
equally you can do them more like a round.
Fine,
And they
okay.
do spread a little bit.
Yeah,
Let's do a mix of them
why
and then
not?
see which
Diverse
ones you like.
bunch.
And then I've just got a bit of spare
Okay, cool.
biscuit
Lovely.
there, and I'm just going to stick it in the top. So
Look at that.
there we
looks
go.
great.
So let's put them in the fridge
Cool.
or the freezer.
Let's do it.
These are 2 of the frozen cookies that we've got out. We've left the others in the freezer for you and your girlfriend to have as and when you want. Gonna pop them in the oven.
Do you like it when we bake like this? I like it when we bake like this. And she said, me too. Hey! And she said, me too. One more time. Do you like it when we bake like this?
Everybody join in.
I like it when we bake like this.
The cookies have come out and they've cooled down. It's best to like leave them to cool on the tray, but they are, look at them. And you get the little golden nuggets of white chocolate on the base. They are good to go as they are. But while I was here, I was like, why don't we make them even more super duper cookies?
Yes.
So I've got some of the white chocolate we didn't use.
Melted.
And this is like a little
Very nice.
DIY bain-marie. So we've just got a cup of hot water in there, put a saucer with chopped up white chocolate, mix that in there, and then we're just going to take another custard cream, and it's just going to add an extra sort of like bite and texture. Just take the base of our cookie and then put some...
What side up do we eat the cookie?
Which side up would you eat a chocolate covered digestive?
Well, because you think it would be this way up, but I would usually eat the cookie with whatever side the layer of chocolate is on. So like that side,
if we did it like that, yeah, you would definitely
think
probably
I'd have
want
to eat it
And I
that
don't know
way.
if we could, do you reckon we'd still dunk?
We'll
with
give it a
this?
good
We'll
go.
give it a good go. We'll give it a good go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for
A
coming.
big brew. Look at this.
I think we're wise to cut it.
I think we are.
So it's a bit
And
more
the chocolate
dunkable.
hasn't fully like set yet.
It looks so good. Look at that.
Chunkity chunky, and then I'll cut this one.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to dunk the second bit.
That is so good.
It is a custard cream cookie.
I love the layer.
Do you like the layers?
Yeah, I really love it.
So if you're making them and you want to make them Isaac certified, you've got to do the extra bit of melted chocolate.
That is so good.
So have you got some festivals coming up then this summer?
Doing a few festivals for the first time, which is so exciting. And I'll probably do another little tour at the end of the year,
Yeah.
I think, as well. I love playing live. I just want to get out
That's the thing, everyone's missed out.
Yeah, totally.
Have you got a karaoke track?
Do you know, I haven't done karaoke since I was about probably 10. When I was on holiday in Lanzarote, I did Viva La Vida, Coldplay, which is a great
That
song.
is a good track to have on the playlist.
Yeah, add it to the playlist. Yeah, it's a great tune. But I reckon if I did it now, I'd want to be the front man of a band, you know, something a little bit like, I'd maybe do something from a Queen song, or there's a song called Love Me that the 1975 do, which I love, which is very, you can sort of show off while you're doing it. I think that's quite good.
And would you ever want to do the Bee Gees Staying Alive actually?
The actual version?
It's
Very high. It's quite high as well. It's quite high.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. It's too good. It's
Yeah.
it's too good to do that version. I don't know if I'd do it justice.
No, I love the what you've done with it anyway.
Thank you.
Have you tried the one? These are still a bit.
I love it.
Still a bit warm. I've got that little bit in the middle.
Yeah,
there.
it's still gooey on the chocolate's melting.
We've left a whole load in the freezer for you anyway to give a go. Thank you so much, Isaac, for being part of Baking Playlist and for inspiring these cookies.
So good.
Is there anyone you would like to see on the Baking Playlist?
The last gig I went to was last week. I saw Tom Odell, so get him on the show.
A lot of people don't know this, but Tom Odell's favourite biscuit is a custard cream.
Is it?
Yeah, in fact,
There we go.
I was speaking to him about an apple crumble custard cream. So potentially, if Tom likes that, collab. For anyone wanting to make this particular Isaac Stuart custard cream cookie, the full recipe can be found on the website. And if you go to Spotify, you can listen along to Isaac's baking playlist with everything from Busted to
Coldplay.
Bee Gees.
Yeah, Becca.
So there we go. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
I'm going to clear the kitchen up now because it's an absolute mess behind us all. Like and subscribe and go and check out Isaac. Do you like cookies?
Do you like whoopies? It's a
Cookie whoopee cushion. On a very little chair.
teeny tiny chair.
Got far too much sugar.
All right, what's going on? Lost it.
What is this?